A long time ago, there was a small, beautiful village nestled between the mountains on the banks of a river. To get to the city, the villagers had to use a wooden bridge to cross the river. It was quite old. As soon as the rainy season came, due to heavy rains, the river would flood and the water would wash away the bridge, taking the villagers' only means of getting to the city with it. And every year, an old carpenter rebuilt it exactly the same. For years, the old carpenter used nothing but local cedar planks and wooden dowels, refusing to alter a single measure of the delicate structure. When, sometime later, heavy rains again fell during the rainy season, and then another major flood destroyed the bridge again, the villagers became frustrated by the constant disruption to local trade and travel between the mountains and the city. The villagers appointed a man as their leader and asked him to find a solution to the problem. The leader decided to offer to fund the iron brackets and heavy stone pillars imported from the capital. But Carpenter shook his head, returning to his simple handsaw. And again, the rainy season caused the river to overflow and the bridge was washed away again. When this time the bridge collapsed, the villagers asked their leader to get a modern engineer to inspect the site and design solid foundations. Leader confronted old Carpenter in his workshop, proving with mathematical calculations that his traditional wooden joints were structurally guaranteed to fail against the rising mountain waters. Old Carpenter merely smiled, stating that some things in the valley were meant to bend and break, rather than force the river into a battle it would always win. Exasperated by his apparent stubbornness, the leader officially banned Carpenter from using community funds, forcing the old man to harvest cedar from his own ancestral grove. Undeterred, Carpenter labored entirely alone through the freezing winters, carrying heavy logs on his hunched back to complete the 6th and 7th reconstructions. The village came to view Carpenter's endless annual rebuilding as a symbol of foolish old age, a meaningless ritual of a man left behind by progress. Then, a massive typhoon struck the region, unleashing the most catastrophic flood the valley had seen in a century. The new concrete bridge was instantly vaporized by the torrent, but the waters did not stop there, threatening to engulf the low-lying farmlands entirely. Strangely, as the floodwaters hit the specific spot where Carpenter's wooden bridge always stood, the furious current split evenly into two harmless, manageable streams. This unexpected division diverted the destructive force away from the village homes, saving the entire community from a devastating inundation. When the storm passed and the river level dropped to an unprecedented low, the leader of village and old Carpenter rushed to the riverbed to examine the phenomenon. Exposed in the mud directly beneath the old bridge foundations sat an enormous, ancient stone retaining wall, hidden completely out of sight for decades. Old Carpenter gasped as she examined the stonework, realizing it was a legendary, centuries-old flood mitigation structure built by the province's original founders. She explained to leader of village that if they had poured modern concrete pillars, they would have cracked and shattered this vital, irreplaceable ancient engineering marvel. Carpenter had purposely built his wooden bridges to break easily, absorbing the river's initial impact and masking the ancient wall's existence from greedy land developers. By refusing to reinforce the surface, old Carpenter had sacrificed his own reputation and labor much times over just to preserve the valley's true shield. The leader of village fell to his knees in the mud, deeply ashamed of his arrogance, finally understanding the profound depth of the old Carpenter's silent protection. The village never spoke steel foundations again, and that winter, The entire community gathered to help Carpenter build the new wooden bridge together. Often we see in our lives that people think that they will forget your services and can get everything that you are providing them, but they can never do that. Then they start appreciating you, like what happened to this old carpenter.